Hi guys, it's Mintyvideos, and this video is on how to fit crash protection. Okay guys, first thing is obviously to check that we've got all of the right tools for the job. Joking apart, sounds obvious, but I know a guy who started doing this and then realised that he didn't have a torque wrench and was left without a bike for a week until his parents came back from holiday so that he could catch a lift to go and buy one. Stuff like this is torque wrench. It's really easy to use, just dial in a number and turn it. It's 60 newton meters on the engine mount bolts, and you're not allowed to go over 14 newton meters when you're tightening on the bobbin, otherwise it can cause damage to it. So once we've worked out that we've got everything that we need, you know, the right hex key slots and all of that, we can actually start work on finding where we're going. So I know that the engine mount bolts are just here behind the fairing, so we need to remove this lower pan, which requires screwdrivers and shit. So I'll see you once the belly comes off. Okay guys, so now the fairing has been removed, we can start to move the engine mount bolts. Now it's paramount, obviously, that you don't take them off on both sides, otherwise the engine will just drop. So the only reason I'm using a torque wrench is because I don't have a breaker bar. If you have a breaker bar, then that's probably a good idea. But I don't. So I'm just going to use the extension bar, it's easier. So on this it's a 12mm socket. Just loosen those off. Good tip to stop yourself from doing both sides is to leave one side of the fairing on. Though mine was easier to take off as one piece. If you have one, it's a good idea to support the engine lightly from underneath. The bottle jack or scissor jack or whatever, trolley jack, whatever. Just, if you can, just lightly support it underneath. No, I don't have anything. I have a bottle jack, but for some reason the handle's gone missing. Okay, so now we fit one of these, which is the aluminium blocks. They fit on in the place like that, with the tapped hole here pointing towards the rear of the bike. That literally just pushes onto the frame like that, and 2 bolts slot in, and these are a 6mm hex key head. So to use a torque wrench, you just loosen the end down. Well, obviously it depends on what wrench you've got, and you just turn it up. You just turn it up or down to whatever torque you need. I'll see you when this is on. Okay. RMG supply you with this marking tool, just a really sharp pointy thing which goes in here where it bolts on. This is so you know where to drill your pilot hole before you get the hole saw. Now, time spent doing this bit properly will make your bungs look like they were fitted right, professional. So to do this, you just replace the fairing in the original places. And then just simply push on it quite hard so that the point makes an indent into plastic. And then remove the bearing again. Yeah. You can't see it obviously, but I can. There's a nice mark there where we will now drill the pilot hole. So, see you in a minute. Okay, now we've got it marked out, and we can see here that I've just put some Tipex on it just to make it clearer for the camera. You drill just a small pilot hole. This is like what, a 3mm, 4mm drill bit, not even that probably. You drill from the inside so that if it cracks just a little bit, it doesn't really matter, because then the hole saw will tighten it out. Make sure you have something underneath, obviously, a bit basic, but just to take the drill bit, and you need something to help weigh it down whilst you're drilling. Otherwise, just line it up, press down, and slowly just drill the pilot hole out. Now, what we do now is we'll reattach that, and we will just see if that fits with the mounting bolts. Okay, at this point we can start to drill using this, which is a 28mm hole saw. You can buy these from R&G. I haven't actually seen them for sale anywhere else. I think R&G make them specially, so they've got you by the bollocks, so you have to buy them. But if you happen to have one, then that's fine. But 28mm hole saw for these ones. Obviously check from the company that you're buying them from, whether they're R&G or whatever. Just make sure that you've got all the right things. So this time we drill from the outside, and we drill very slowly. Well, not very slowly, but we drill relatively slowly, so that we don't run the risk of cracking the fairing. I mean, they're fairly flexible as it is, but just in case. So we just line it up with that, and we make sure we go dead straight. I love the smell of burning plastic, pores and knots. Okay, so we just take this out, and then we will just tidy up those edges with some fine grade sandpaper. This is 150 grit. If you've got something finer, then that's fine. I've seen people use rotary tools on this. It's necessary really. So literally just a small bit of sandpaper, just taking these burrs off. Okay, the instructions are a little bit vague on how tight to do it. It says, tighten bolt until you feel some compression from inside the protector. Turn a little more so that you feel the compression increase slightly, then apply a quarter turn. Do not over tighten as damage can occur to the bike. Do not exceed 40 Newton meters. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tighten it up by hand, and then I'm going to just use a torque wrench set at like 35 so I don't go over. So we put a washer on each side of the box. We put a washer on each side. So it's just 17 now there. on. Now the only difference with the offside, that's the right side, is that instead of a washer on the other side, we have this aluminium spacer, which is like 5mm thick, something like that. So just place that on the other side, just from there like that, and just do it up the same way I've done that, and then that's the crash protection fitted. So that'll protect you in most low side cases. You know, obviously if you're in a big smash then it won't do much, but you know, if you low side it, like going around a roundabout or something, then it will protect damage like the pegs, gear change, clutch, all of that, and it will protect the paint as well. So yeah, sound investment, so I really recommend you get some. Just gives you a bit of peace of mind as well. So yeah, thanks for watching guys, that's how you fit crash protection.